Calling all perverts out there. I see you, bro. We got the stats right now. We know what you're doing, bro. We got a basically graph and some information who's watching the hentai. So now we're gonna know basically where and what type of people and all that good shit of who's watching the hentai. They broke it down in this article, and I'm not gonna lie, I think this is fucking hilarious. I don't know who would try and track this shit, because really, who the fuck cares that much to find out exactly who's wanking to what? But nonetheless, we got some very fucking hilarious information, and I kind of wanted to share it with you guys so you can know if next to you, the guy in back of you, the guy in back of the fucking drive-thru, who the fuck is watching this hentai, where are they looking for it, and just so much fucking funny shit. So let's jump into the article. Digital Manga's hentai manga imprint, Project H, created an infographic breaking down where and what hentai is enjoyed. Crunchyroll's infographic showed what fall 2016 anime were trending, while Project H is looking at artists, type, and the amount of time spent browsing naughty books. So yeah, we're coming for you. All the pervs out there, we're coming for you. So let's start jumping into who and what. The stats break down as follows for the countries that spend the most time watching or enjoying, but watching hentai. So these are the countries that pretty much, they love it. They're wanking all the fucking time. They're like, where's my hentai at? Starting off with number 1. No, let's start from 5 to 1. Number 5, Denmark. Denmark, you people, ooh, yeah, Denmark, I see you, bro, I see you. Number 4, I'm embarrassed to say, USA, number 4 most watching or most enjoying hentai. Oh God, people, what are we doing? What are we doing with ourselves right now? Damn, bro, like, we could be reading some awesome manga, we could be watching some awesome anime, but we're wanking to hentai more than majority of the rest of the world? Really, people? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Number 3, Slovenia. Why, bro? Why? Number 2, Ireland, bro. Like, oh, there's gonna be Irish. I don't even know if I'm doing that. Let me not even do that before people know. And number 1, Estonia. Estonia, you take the cake. You guys love you some fucking hentai. What can I say? I'm surprised Japan ain't on there, because, I mean, it's from fucking Japan, right? You would think, but no, Japan ain't spending their time on that shit. They're all into their scholastics and academics and all that shit. The US beat out Denmark by a very small margin, by the way. So, US barely beat out Denmark. So, US and Denmark were pretty much fapping at the same rate to fucking hentai. Crazy shit. States that spend the most time enjoying hentai. So, now we're going into the United States and which state exactly are spending the most time enjoying it. So we're getting even more into the fucking nitty gritty of who's doing it. Number 5, Missouri. Really? Missouri? I'm looking at this list, and honestly, 2 of them I don't understand, because you would think hentai, you know, somebody that's just, you know, a lot of people are going to be watching hentai in places that there's not much else to do, because let's be honest here, people that when they fap is because they're bored and they don't got shit else to do. Fuck it, why not? It's in, you know, let's keep it 100 with each other. That's just what people do. It's like nothing else to do. I'm bored as fuck. Why the fuck not? So that's where I like the mind state is. But when you see some of these states in here, I'm like, really? Like, okay, so number 5, Missouri. Number 4, New York. Now, the New York one, that kind of makes me wonder exactly where in New York, because New York is a vast place. There's New York City, where, you know, everybody is just up and down all over the place or whatever, and then you have New York, like, you know, it's kind of like the countryside or whatever, the other parts of New York. So I'm kind of interested where in New York. I'm assuming it's the other parts or whatever, because in the city, there's just so much shit to do. Honestly, in New York City, there's just so much shit to do that wanking just isn't a priority. That's just my opinion. In New York City, is not a priority. And then another one, Hawaii. If I lived in Hawaii, bro, I'd be laying under a tree every motherfucking day, having bitches fan me and shit. I am not going to be thinking about that as well. So Hawaii threw me for a loop. I'm just saying. Wisconsin. You don't really hear about Wisconsin a lot. I don't know. Let me know if you live in Wisconsin or you're around Wisconsin. Do you think that it's just like not much shit to do, so people just are fapping to hentai and shit like that? Like, I don't really know. And then Wyoming. Wyoming, another place that I never really hear about and shit like that. So it sounds like maybe that would be the place. If you're in Wyoming, I'm sorry, bro. The graph shows what you're up to in your spare time, bro. Project H included a caveat, or caveat, I don't know how to pronounce that word, with the infographic stating hentai fans were overwhelmingly present in Trump voting states and the Bible Belt. What the fuck? Hentai fans were overwhelmingly present in Trump voting. So, I don't know if you people remember, I think it was earlier this year or maybe late last year, there was a guy that came out, some sort of fucking politician, saying that most people that are into anime, FAP and shit like that, most people that vote for Trump are into anime and FAP and all that shit. Maybe he might have been right. And also the Bible Belt. I'm not even going to get into that because people, you can't talk about religion on here, no matter even if you're on a side note or whatever, so we'll leave it at that. Top 5 tags used in the West to search for hentai. So basically these are the keywords when somebody's going on Google and they want to find some sweet, nasty, perverted shit. They type this shit in there. So let's see what the pervs are looking at. Number 5, netorare, aka cuckolding. Oh my god, I think if I'm correct, I know what a cuck is, but that just, who is looking, you must be really into the culture, the wanking culture, if you know what the fuck that is, or maybe I'm just completely out of the loop, I have no idea what the fuck that is. Number 4, tentacles, that is a given. I mean, even looking at shit like that, like, tentacles is never really, I feel like it's such a stereotype for hentai and shit like that, the whole tentacles, tentacle monster, that's never what I would look for if I'm looking for this type of content, because it's like, tentacles? Really? Number 3, vanilla. What in the actual fuck? Again, I must be really out of the loop, because I'm not, when I'm thinking about, hey, I want to see a big booty bitch fucking dancing, I'm going to type in vanilla. Like, is that another slang word, internet term that I'm not familiar with? Number 2, paizuri, aka Mamori intercourse. If I'm correct, paizuri, I think that's titty fucking, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yo, people, I swear to God, this is one of the funniest articles I've talked about in a while, because like, I'm even unfamiliar with some of this shit, and you know, I really know my shit with anime and manga, but like, this hentai shit is just, woo! And number 1, uncensored. That sounds about right. I mean, if I was looking for something I wanted to see, I don't know, some sort of shit of people having sex or whatever, I guess uncensored would be something I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to see this scene uncensored, see the full-on nudes or some shit like that. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that's the info. So next time you're in a state or whatever, maybe you're in Wyoming, just look around you. If you see somebody with an anime shirt, that motherfucker's wanking. And he's wanking to some dirty shit, I'm just saying. I will say, on a serious note real quick, is just for casuals in general, I want to start off with saying that no, that's not all we do. A lot of us, like, I would say a good chunk of anime fans, if not majority of them, really don't wank to hentai. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion or whatever. I would assume that that's not the case because, I mean, for example, if you're watching fucking Dragon Ball Z or Naruto or One Piece or Bleach, there's not really much room for shit like that, and those are the most popular ones. I mean, I guess you could argue that people that are into those are casuals as well, and it's more so like the hardcore fandom that's really into it, the ones that are watching those shows that you can't even fucking pronounce, like Boku no Tomodachi-chan desu yo, like, maybe those people are the ones that are watching it more, because as far as like, you know, you even watch mainly the popular shonen, except like Fairy Tail, that's a whole different story or whatever, but like, as far as like some of the more popular shonens, they don't even really go into fan service like that, and if they do, it's like a here and there thing. You might see like a bitch with like some cleavage or whatever, but you know, even again, one of the most popular ones, Naruto, that's one thing that you can argue, it never really needed fan service and never really used fan service. Who's the most fan servicey character? What, Tsunade? Like, Tsunade was like the only one or whatever, and even then, like, she wasn't on screen all the time. So it's kind of interesting to see this information and see where people are at and stuff like that. And again, it's weird that it's not in Japan at all. And this is, again, something from Japan. Hentai, you know, it stems from anime and manga and shit like that. Even though the word hentai has a broad meaning, because hentai could be described like, oh, you know, you're looking at a fucking dirty picture. You're a hentai. You're a pervert, because that's a broad meaning as well. And I'm not trying to give you guys a Japanese lesson, just giving you info on that. So, yeah. interesting information. Again, what do you guys think about all this? I don't know. It's funny as fuck. It's kind of intriguing in a way. Some of these words, like, what does vanilla mean? Like, when in a sexual way, what? Vanilla? Like, what? And do you fit into this category? I guess probably nobody's gonna admit it to any of that shit. But yeah, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. Not a wank. I'd greatly hate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And I see you, motherfuckers. I know you ain't into that hentai right now. Put it down. Put your hand down. Stop.